Let's understand bubble sort. In bubble sort, it will compare two adjacent elements and swaps them until they are in intended order. Let's see the working for bubble sort. It will compare the first index with the second element, and if the first element is greater than the second element, the elements are being swapped. Now, second and third elements will be compared and swapped according to the comparison. This process will go on until the last element. Let's take the old example in which we have elements 5, 45, 12, 32, 1. Now, first and second element will be checked. So, 5 and 45 are in correct order. Now, 45 and 12 will be searched. 12 is less than 45, so the elements are being swapped. Now again, 45 and 32 will be searched. 32 is less than 45, so again elements will be swapped. Now 45 and 1 will be searched. 1 is less than 45, so again the elements will be swapped. So the new array which we got is 5, 12, 32, 1, 45, which is not in ascending order. So in first iteration we got this array. Now again the second iteration will be performed. In the second iteration our array is 5, 12, 32, 1, 45. 5, 12 will be checked, which is in correct order. 12, 32 are also in correct order. Then 32 and 1 will be searched. Now 32 is greater than 1, so elements are being swapped. Again 32 and 45 will be searched, which are in correct order. So the new element now after second iteration is 5, 12, 1, 32, 45. Again this is not in correct order, so third iteration will be done. And in third iteration our new elements are 5, 12, 1, 32, 45, which is again not in correct order. So 5, 12 will be searched, which is in correct order. 12, 1 is searched. Now 1 is less than 12, so elements are being swapped. The remaining elements are in correct order. So after third iteration, the array which we got is 5, 1, 12, 32, 45. Now also the array is not in the correct order. So the fourth iteration will be done and 1 and 5 will be swapped. So the final array which we got is 1, 5, 12, 32 and 45, which is in ascending order. Let's see the logic for it. Counter is set to 1. Counter is nothing but the iterations. Now while counter is less than n, let's take the example of 2, 1, 3, which is an unsorted array. So n here is 3. Now I is equal to 0. So here 2 is I. And it will be done till I less than n minus counter. So n minus counter is 2. So it will be performed till I is less than 2. If array of I greater than array of I plus 1. As we have discussed, it will check the adjacent elements. So array of I, what is array of I? 2. And array of I plus 1 is 1. It will check the condition, which is true. 2 is greater than 2. So swapping will be done, and in temp variable it will store array of I plus 1, which is 1. And in array of I plus 1, it will store array of I, which is 2. And in array of I, it will store the temp variable, which is 1. So the new array will be 1, 2, 3. Now we will iterate the counter by plus 1. So now the new counter will be 2. But when it comes to if statement, now here array of I greater than array of I plus 1 will be executed. But now 1 is greater than 2. Is it true? No. 1 is not greater than 2. So the if statement will not be executed and the final array will be 1, 2, 3. This is how bubble sort works. So let's try to run and execute the program on code blocks. Here I've defined the size of the array max to 100. I've also defined some variables n, I, j, temp and min. Here temp and min will play an important role, where temp will help in swapping and minimum will be set to I is equal to 0. Here I'll be asking the user to enter the elements. Now counter is set to 1. While counter less than n, for loop will be executed. Here I is equal to 0 to I less than n minus counter. Now if statement will be executed. It will see if array of I is greater than I plus 1. That is, the adjacent element will be checked with the first element. If the condition is true, swapping will be done. And then counter will be iterated to plus 1. Let's try to execute the program. It is asking for size of the array, let's say 4. It is asking for elements. I'll enter it in unordered way. 2, 4, 1, 3. So the ordered array is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how bubble sort works.